Even at the very beginning of Seattle history, there was beer.
The first brewery was in 1863 by Antonio B. Rabson. At that time, Seattle's population was about 300 people.
Kurt Stream is the author of Brewing in Seattle, a book that chronicles the city's longtime love affair with beer.
In the 1870s, there was about 5 or 6 breweries just in Seattle. All were kind of smaller scale productions.
But Seattle's small-time breweries are about to go big time.
There was a consolidation of 3 Seattle breweries, and they formed the Seattle Brewing and Malting Company. And then their first product that they launched was Rainier beer.
Rainier is a huge hit. Their Georgetown-based brewery is shipping out tens of thousands of barrels a year all around the Northwest and as far away as China.
By the late 1800s, Seattle Brewing and Malting Company, makers of Rainier, were the 6th largest brewery in the world.
But Rainier's rise is quickly met by an even faster fall.
So just when things were going great, by 1916, Prohibition came to Washington 2 years earlier than the rest of the country. So Rainier packed up and moved to California, where they thought Prohibition would never hit.
Even after Prohibition ends in 1933, Rainier remains a California-made brew. But one man wants to bring it back.
Emil Sick was actually born in Tacoma, raised in Canada. His father spent all his life in breweries. So in 1933, he started the Century Brewing Company here. Emil saw his chance to produce Rainier in Seattle once again. So for a number of years, he leased the Rainier name from the Seattle Brewing Company of San Francisco.
The deal makes Seattleites happy. It also makes Sick one of the richest men in the city.
With the profits from Rainier, he invested in the community heavily. He initially raised the funds to start the Museum of History and Industry. He started the first blood bank in the state of Washington. So without knowing anything about baseball, he built a brand new stadium that he fully funded himself and brought us the Seattle Rainiers.
Rainier will dominate the Seattle market for decades. But a new brewery comes along in the early 80s that changes people's tastes forever.
So in 1982, Paul Shipman and Gordon Bacher started Redhook. It was the first new beer in Seattle in over 50 years. Everyone thought they were crazy at the time. Breweries were shutting down.
Though many think the beer is too expensive at $1.75 a pint, Redhook is considered by many as one of the first successful microbreweries in America.
I want to propose a toast to the health of Redhook and to the health of the state and all of its people.
Very good. Great.
Today, local breweries are not just a part of our nostalgic past, but a growing part of our economic future.
Today there's over 30, with 8 opening this year alone.
And while beer may never pass coffee as our favorite brewed beverage, you can bet beer lovers just can't wait for the next round.